Hi guys, so today my mom's gonna be making fish. So just wait for it to be but guys, just wait for it to be ready, okay? I'm
Alright, not in the oven. Not in the oven, in the freezer, and I wanted to use them up, some thinly sliced wild caught salmon fillet. And since I'm gonna have the oven on, I might as well just prepare a lot of stuff that's gonna go in the oven, but I have to move quickly. So I'm just gonna prep it now. I had put some lemon in there. I squeezed some lemon. I had to redo the video. So I squeezed some lemon onto here. So I'm just cleaning it off, rinsing it off. I have some vegetables already cut up. And those vegetables consist of some potatoes, some white regular potatoes, some carrots, some broccoli, bell peppers. I have my aluminum pan because I really don't feel like doing more dishes. As you can see, I have a small area that I'm working with right now. Now I have my vegetables already cut up. I'm just gonna put it in the pan because I want a lot of vegetables. And I left some of the potatoes with the skin on because I thought at first I was gonna do the potatoes separately, but I said, you know what? Let's just make a one meal casserole. So I have a lot of vegetables. This is going to be vegetable loaded. I wish I had a larger tin, but I don't. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put some oil on here, put some salt, some pepper, some jerk seasoning, rub it in, and then I'm going to add the fish to it. Cover it with some aluminum foil, pop it in the oven, let it bake. These vegetables should swindle down. Some moisture should come from it to allow it to have gravy, and it's just going to be a one meal casserole. Nothing else added, okay? So let me add some oil. Then I'm going to add a piece of, actually a whole stick of butter. So I know I'm adding a little oil right now. Just need something to help coat. And then the butter is going to add that nice creamy flavor with salt. So I'm not going to add salt to this. If you want salt when the meal is finished, feel free to. So I'm going to put some onion powder that I got from the local dollar store. Well, it was $1, now it's not. But some onion powder. Just going to add some black pepper. I'll sneak in a little piece of salt, but I don't want it to be too salty. That's enough, more than enough. All right, some salt. And I think that's it from this pot here. Then I have some homemade jerk seasoning that I had. So I'm going to just add that into here. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I've made a couple of weeks ago. I'm just going to put a big blob of this on here. This has, I didn't put any Scotch bonnet pepper in there this time around. This have just some chili peppers, something that had a little heat, and the other traditional stuff you put in a jerk seasoning. Alright, which I blended up. So now I'm just coating as much as I can. I don't really want to get my hands too involved, just in case the baby wakes up. Oopsie, didn't want to do that, right? Now, Ari, did you like the fish that I made the last time?
Yeah?
Nice.
Are you gonna make it today, Mommy?
No, I wasn't planning on doing it that way, but I can if you want. I'll put a little,
And listen, Mom, you know what else, well, Mommy? I'm gonna make a recording video of me and Grandma cooking stewed chicken on Sunday. So I'm gonna go to Grandma's house on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, Mommy?
Just make plans.
That's tomorrow.
So then now, just rub that in. And then now I'm going to add a little secret ingredient since that's what you wanted. That last time I added some of the secret ingredient was some raspberry jam. So I'm just going to put a little jam in here. So I'm just putting some. I have some Smucker's red raspberry. Last time I mixed it out a little bit differently, but you said you liked that little flavor that it gave, and this gives it such a nice little sweetness. I would have made my jam myself, but I just unfortunately time restricted lately. So I got to use the canned stuff. And I'll just mix that in. It should dissolve and just add a nice flavor. Alright, so I'm just going to toss this in again. Now the reason I add the jam is it already has the corn sugar, the cornstarch, and the high fructose corn syrup. It's not the healthiest brand, but it will add a little thickener to the gravy. It also will have a beautiful flavor to it, something with a raspberry base. Alright, so I'll mix it up as much as possible, but it will thaw out. Let me just give it a nice little sweetness along with the salty. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add the fish right in here. I'm not gonna add much, not doing much. I'm gonna leave the skin side up so the flavors can go in. Shouldn't have a problem having flavor go in. Very simple, one meal casserole. Don't have to spend all day preparing it. Just cut up your vegetables freshly that morning. I had cut it up a couple of hours ago before the baby woke up. And I found that this fish from Lil Dills wasn't too bad. I normally wouldn't, but it was a nice wild caught piece fillet. So what I'm gonna do now, I have some butter, some regular butter. So I'm just gonna cut up that butter into it, a cup of butter. I think I'm gonna have the whole butter to it. Probably do a half a cup, a quarter of a cup. So that's 4 tablespoons. Let's see, because the butter does add an extra layer of flavor. I know it's not the healthiest, but it'll definitely melt in there. Just make some cubes. I just don't want to touch everything. Down on the vegetables. All right. This makes the gravy nice, and it gives it a nice little cream to it. And oopsie, didn't mean to touch it with my hands, but it's going in the oven. And we're just gonna plot it in there. And at this rate, as I said, I don't really want to add much more to it. I know that the flavors are gonna leak in, so I don't want to add too much salt and stuff, because you know fish is something that absorbs flavors very quickly. And that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. When the time comes, I'm just gonna wrap it. Kids should be home in about 3 hours or so, and I'll just pop it in the oven when I have everything else that's ready for the oven, so we can just have the bare minimum amount of time in the oven. I'm just gonna cover it with a foil. It's gonna bubble up. All the flavors are going to stay in, and then when you're ready, you should provide some nice fluids, some nice gravy, and you can use this other piece here. Gotta use my foil paper, so I'll use it on this side here, just to make sure the container is all sealed in. All that flavors is gonna stay in, and we got a ton load of vegetables. Kids are gonna love it. All the adults are gonna love it, and that should be a nice little addition to the meal. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a plantain cake, and also a cinnamon plantain puff pastry as well. Because because I have a lot of plantains that have went ripe, and that's going to be in the next videos coming up. Hopefully I'm able to upload it before that, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye. Again, the video, Mommy.